Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. BP3 here from BP3 Crypto. I'm BP3TV. Hope everybody's doing fine. Just want to remind you one more time, this is educational advice only, not investing advice. These are things that I come across as I'm doing my research and making my decisions on the cryptocurrency market, and I share them with you. Cool. So that being taken care of, I hope that you're good wherever you are, your neck of the woods, day or night, right? Because we are worldwide. So still keeping in the spirit of short videos, I'm going to talk about one topic. There was breaking news that came out today from the SEC on the Cboe's decision for the physical Bitcoin ETF, right? Cool. So the news today was bullish, not bearish, right? And I'll explain to you what that means and why. So let's get down in here the article. Breaking news. SEC decision on Cboe's BTC ETF postponed. Chicago Board of Exchange Bitcoin Electronic Traded Fund. Okay, cool. On September 20th, 2018, the SEC has announced its decision regarding the Cboe Bitcoin Exchange ETF is set for a later date being postponed, according to the Commission's post. Pursuant to section blah, 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 yada, 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 grounds for disapproval under the Commission is providing notice of the grounds for disapproval under consideration. The Commission is instituting proceedings to allow for additional analysis of the proposed rule changes, consistency with Section 6B5 of the Act, which requires, among other things, that the rules of a national security be designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices, to promote just and equitable principles of trade, and to protect investors and the public's interest. It has been highlighted that no definite answer or results has been set for the ETF, and the SEC is reaching for more comments towards the interested party on the proposal, as quoted below. Institution of proceedings does not indicate that the Commission has reached any conclusions with respect of the issues involved. Rather, as described below, the Commission seeks and encourages interested persons to provide comments on the proposed rule change. So they want to hear from the public. They want to put together what the public's opinion is, and then they can use that as basis for their approval or disapproval, right? As seen in the first page of the Commission's notice, until the September 19, 2018, it has welcomed more than 1,400 comments on the proposed rule change. So wow, up until yesterday, 1,400 comments came in. Back in mid-July, Ethereum World News has notified its readers how they could leave comments on the SEC website with regards to the filing of the Bitcoin ETF by the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. The filing proposes a rule change to list and trade shares of Solid X Bitcoin shares issued by the Van Eck Solid X Bitcoin Trust. So, what does all this gibberish mean? And why is it bullish, not bearish? Okay, so we've had approximately 9 ETFs denied already. The Cboe one is postponed. So right there, the market has looked at it like this. Okay, denial, denial, denial. Some of these recent denials haven't even affected the market because it's already been absorbed. The decision's already been absorbed by the market. So the ETFs did make a big difference at first when their decisions were coming out, but have waned off since. The SEC has collected those 1,400 comments, and they're going to peruse through them as well as accept more comments for the Cboe ETF. So it's good, right? We can go on about whether or not we need ETFs. I personally don't think we do in some aspects, but in some other aspects, I think it would be great for the space. It's really tough to tell. But what's important to me is how the market reacts to this stuff. As being a trader and investor myself, these things affect me directly. So the fact that they did not deny this ETF and they just postponed it, it's like showing some hope for the future. The market reacted today with this news by having a nice little bump up. We've seen, well, after all the smoke cleared, we've seen $10 billion increase in the market cap. I'm not going to attribute all of that to the postponement of this news. There's a lot of other things that have been going on, but it is good news. It looks like the investors have like that carrot still dangling in front of them. So we'll continue to see the Bitcoin to grow, and we don't have like a shutdown because of it. Not a denial. I myself, like I said before, I have not made a final decision. I mean, I know that these ETFs are just part of the natural progression, and I know that the investment companies that are looking to get these rule changes so they can perform these ETFs are really looking forward to offer these things to their clients. I myself am strong on the fact that this Cboe ETF would have physical Bitcoin held. It's not going to be some kind of contracted derivative of a future or anything like that. Physical Bitcoin held. So if their client says, I want 1,000 Bitcoin, they're going to issue them some kind of like internal certificate for that Bitcoin. But the Cboe is actually going to go and allocate Bitcoin that they have, or go and purchase Bitcoin on behalf of their client and then hold on to that Bitcoin. They'll physically hold the Bitcoin to match the client's purchase, right? Not quite the same as you or I do, but for the world that needs assurance and wants some kind of in-between person, somebody they can look for guidance, somebody that they can look for if the things go wrong, somebody to protect their interests, and just somebody that they feel comfortable with when placing large amounts of money into this new investment space. So for all that, I think that ETF is going to be good. What I am not happy on is manipulation, and ETFs will bring in larger players, and these people like the Cboe will be buying and selling. I mean, right? They're going to want to buy low and then offer things to their clients, i.e. sell high to their clients. So that's going to cause a little bit of conflict of interest as far as I'm concerned with market growth. But the short of it is, this recent ETF was just postponed and not denied. The market took that as some bearish news. There's some hope in the future for the people that are pro ETFs. And hell, it gave our market a little pickup today. I can't only imagine what happens if they actually approve one of these physical holding Bitcoins. Lots of investors will just go crazy over it, and there'll be a sudden growth in our market. That's what I believe. That's my educational advice. I would like to hear from you guys on what you believe. You can read this article. I'll put a link to it at the end, but I encourage you to do your own research more on these ETFs and keep an eye on them. And depending on what you decide and where you sit on this, make your investment decisions appropriately. Cool? Cool. All right. I am Bill P. from BP3 Crypto, and I am on BP3TV. Guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.